Hey everybody, just kind of a impromptu laid back session tonight. Didn't publicize, didn't tell anybody really. Just gonna do some building. So if you stumble across this, and I'll put this in the chat, if you stumble across this and would like to be on, just let me know. I'm doing Restream Studio tonight, so I should be able to invite people in. So let me know if you'd like to join in. So, I don't expect really anybody to be here tonight, but I'd like to start building the, oh, cheers, by the way, we're doing Torch Pilsner. It's not my favorite. Friend of work got a couple of these for me. M.Prod, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday night. It is. I just finished building it. It's amazing. It's so real. My camera keeps drifting. So I was trying to do Restream Studio. Oh, hey, Josh. Restream Studio doesn't let you do multi-camera. So I'm just getting around it by sharing a screen, and the screen I'm sharing is my camera. I don't know why I didn't think of that like a long time ago. But the camera focus is a little different than it is in OBS for some reason. I think I've just pushed the resolution back a little bit. So, impromptu unboxing. Got us a Bad Batch shuttle here. I'm excited about this. The series just finished Wednesday, right? And ended up pretty nice, if I do say so myself. I'm kind of looking forward to this set. I know that a lot of people did some customization for the cockpit. So I'm looking forward to seeing if I can do the same thing, because I like the look of the cockpit, sort of, right? I don't know that these are all gonna be stickers. I know they're gonna be stickers. So we'll address that when we get to it. So anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to get this out of the way a little bit. The camera seems to have more range on it than it did previously. And this tripod, I've just never been able to figure out how to lower it. So maybe it'll just have to stay where it is. There we go. It's a little better. A little closer to the table. Not by much, but a little bit. All right. Oh, so I also got, if you haven't seen on Instagram yet, I've got my Fennec Shand microfighter ship done. Focus isn't on that, because we got Fennec Shand with the Imperial Light Cruiser. Get a little closer on that. I ideally wanted a couple circuitry board tiles on that side there. But I think overall it looks pretty good. Turned out pretty nice. Engine block back there. The set it's sitting on, or the little vignette, is Boravio, the abandoned cloning facility. So I thought, because we get to see a really good shot of her ship as she's leaving this area in the Bad Batch, versus like we see the tail end of it in Mandalorian. Also, she has two pistols in this instead of in The Mandalorian, she's got that big old sniper rifle, so thought I'd change that up for her. So there you go. Very excited about that. Speaking of Bad Batch. So how's everybody else doing tonight? Josh, I hope you are doing 0 right now and just chilling. For a second there, I thought, need a random T-fall. If you want to join up, you can. I'm sitting doing nothing. Yeah, anybody wants to be on the stream tonight, just let me know. Got room for 9. I don't know how long I'm going to go, maybe just like an hour and a half or so. But, oh yeah, these are all going to be stickers. So I don't know how much I'm going to keep on this or not. But yeah, here's your instructions. I'm also not real sure about those weird speeders. All right, let me figure out how to send you a link. Oh, my dogs are going crazy. Cool. Sitting doing nothing, as well you should do. Thanks again for the sets, man. That was really nice. I'm actually going to take a picture and say, if you want to join up. Doing well. Synthetic Mason, welcome to the stream. If you'd like to be on the stream, let me know and I'll shoot you a link. Building me a Bad Batch shuttle. Should be fun. Doop, 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 doop. Sorry, I will get back into being chatty in just a second. Okay. Everybody hear music okay? And oh, your setup is still no good for that. We need to work on that, man. We need to work on getting you the is it your internet connection? Is it your camera? Your phone? Whatever you're using? Is it all of the above? I know that one time we tried, it was, you could also like join just audio and we could just, you could be chatty. You could try that. I'm really shocked that I didn't do this share screen first, like a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Just super dumb. Les dumb. I'm gonna go over here. Everybody hear the music okay? Music is still beta in Restream. The internet and Taylor, I swear, is still running at 28K. When you sign up to check out everybody's streams at night, do you hear the screeching handshake of your modem? Oh, you know what? I can't really do that. I was going to see about doing... Let's see if I can do that with my phone. I don't really want to bend the instructions too much. I don't know why. No, you know what? I like instruction books. Bricks operator. Also, by the way, all this stuff, other than the source parts that I got, one of the shops was H-Town Bricks. If you need stuff for your model, visit H-Town Bricks. Probably a lug member. I have to look it up. They may be part of TextLug. They've got their own group. They're part of TextLug, but they're mostly like Austin is TextLug, but they all have their own. They also have their own group called the Houston Brick Club. So, all right. So this is Hunter. This is Crosshair. So we have two different heads and two different whatevers. Yeah, this was fun. This is Boravia. It's supposed to be the clouds kind of surrounding the domes. So it's wispiness and clouds and stuff of the abandoned cloning facility. I thought it was fun. Those little claws for like trailing clouds and whatnot. Turned out pretty good. H-Town is great. Have you dealt with them before? Their builds and whatnot? Or their offerings? I know you have a store as well. Okay, that's more gray and that's more black. So black. Okay. Do they have any backpacks or anything? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, there we go. Somebody's in. M Pro, how are you tonight?
Can I talk?
Yes, you can talk.
I'm just making sure my mic isn't broken.
No.
For an 18th time.
Sounds good to me. How does it sound to everybody else? It's weird hearing it from the speakers instead of... I probably should have headphones on, honestly, but...
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Does that sound good to everybody in the chat? Oh yeah, I will. I'll show you some. I don't know why I've started building. I haven't finished the figs yet. Bad Batch sounds great. All right, cool. You're good. So
I've still got to watch that.
Yeah, it just ended Wednesday. But a lot of sets from HCL, my BL store is on hiatus.
Well, whenever my Disney Plus ends up getting paid for again, I'll binge that.
There you go. I think a lot of people will end up doing that. All right, so here's Hunter with his without his helmet. He has dual print face. So he's serious, and now he's deadly serious. And here he is with his helmet. So there's his helmet. Pretty cool helmet. Hey, Kodiak. Just doing an impromptu stream tonight. You're welcome to join. I've got Mpro over here. Mpro, what's your actual name? Can I ask that?
I don't have one.
You don't have one. Fantastic. M.Pro or M.Productions is in the chat with us. If you'd like to join, Kodiak, let me know, and I'll DM you a link.
I just realized I haven't been to one of your streams for like months at this point.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Sorry.
It's no big deal. I do this for my own amusement, so.
School sucks. I don't know.
I agree with that. My son he's a senior, so this is his last year, and he's looking forward to being over.
I have to go to a Christian school's the thing.
Oh, no.
Ooh. It's
All
not
right.
as bad as I thought, though.
Kodiak, I sent you a link. I sent it to your Kodiak and not your other one. Okay, here's Crosshair with his helmet on, green visor. And that's his face with the tattoo, the Crosshair tattoo. He does not have a dual mold. He's permanently scowly. Because
He's perma-pissed.
Good soldiers follow orders. What's up, Kodiak?
Howdy. I guess that's good you sent it to that one, because...
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one you wanted it to go to, so...
No, you're good. I don't have the other one on my PC.
Perfect.
This is not what I expected Kodiak to sound like.
I mean, truly, were you expecting a 1902 video announcer? I apologize. I just got off another stream like seconds ago, and I've been doing that voice for the better part of an hour.
Oh, no.
I've had to do that once because I decided to stream with one of my Australian friends in the community, and it's just... I was saying words weird for some reason. I thought it was funny.
Your ear tends to pick up the accent, and then you end up... Your brain wants to fit in, so it starts changing a little bit. I had a friend from Australia. I had a foreign exchange student friend in high school, and by the time the semester was over, I was speaking like that, and it was... I think he was a little annoyed, but I was like, I can't help it. I'm around you all the time. Sort of like going to another country, you lose your accent, or if you have an accent, you start losing it.
I'm originally from the South, and a lot of people can't tell that because I've adapted how I speak to not sound crazy to people down here.
My ex-wife is from West
North.
Texas. She did the same thing. She's like, I do not want people to know that I am from West Texas. I'm like, okay.
West Texas.
Yep. So I am from Colorado, the land of no accent, because
The
all
land
roads
of...
lead to Denver.
What does Colorado have that it's stereotype? Yeah, Idaho's potatoes.
Mountains, skiing,
Heat
pot.
waves.
Yeah, I was about to say weed. Like
Droughts.
that's what I've known it for years.
Yeah, they.
That's what I knew California for. Stoners.
Tuscan, I didn't know you were a Liverpudlian.
Oh.
That's pretty hip. People can't tell I'm from Liverpool.
Howdy, Donut Hole. Welcome.
Donut Hole, how are you? Hey, if you'd
Top
like
of
to
the
be on
morning to you.
tonight, Donut Hole, let me know and I can DM you a link to the stream and you can join us. Can I do a better job of... I guess it doesn't really matter because we're all...
I'm just here chatting.
Yeah.
You gotta see Ben's beautiful face a lot closer up.
Yeah, it's freaking me out.
Also,
I try not to look at my own face.
not to call you out like this, but my voice is in almost all of my videos. What do you mean you didn't expect me to sound like this?
Right. There's somebody who hasn't listened to any of your videos, Kodiak.
There's,
I mean, none of my content is intended for children, so there's that.
Yeah.
I'm a freshman. I'd say I'm good. Well, I've probably heard a lot worse
Oh my
and
God.
said a
fair
lot
enough.
worse.
So
Just
old
understand,
right now.
I put that asterisk out there so that when I get yelled at, I can feel better.
Thanks for stopping in, Donut Hole. Appreciate you stopping by.
You're
Cheers.
from
Enjoy
Arizona,
your meal.
right? That's what you said?
No, dude, I would not have like made it out like to adulthood if I was from Arizona. I would have burned up. I'm from Utah, so you're
I
close.
figured out the Arizona stereotype. Iced tea.
Ah,
As in they drink iced tea or they sound like iced tea?
As
Howdy,
in the
Lumberjack.
brand.
Ah,
Is Josh here?
Arizona iced tea. Josh, probably Lumberjack. What's up?
I actually started coming to this, but I came to this one because I'm shadow banned from Reed's stream. No matter what, I'm sorry for saying that bears aren't the best, but it's my opinion. And if you think they're the best part of Chima, your opinion is wrong.
Oh, were you just over on Hope Castles?
Oh no, I've been shadow banned for months.
Interesting.
Since my first 72.
Lumberjack, we are building and chatting. If you'd like to join, DM me on Instagram and I can send you a link and you can hop on and build with us. If you got the time. I hope you are enjoying that entirety of my Google Drive that I just sent you. I was like, yeah, here, I don't care. Take it. Find something to build in there. He's like, I'd love it if I could get the instructions for the Razor Crest. And I'm like, here, just find something you like. Have fun. Merry Christmas.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. L'chaim. Kapla.
I say that when I go to a Christian school and get so many side eyes. But it's just so
Lumberjack.
funny to see the reactions.
All right. Hey. Done. All right, we will have Lumberjack joining us.
Mobile device support is limited. Switch to a desktop computer for the best experience.
Yeah, that's Restream
And it
going.
won't go away.
That's Restream saying, "Hey, why don't you download some of our stuff?" And I'm like, I am this close to moving to
StreamYard, the superior
StreamYard
one.
anyway, because I think what happened was I was already looking for a way to get off of. I never used Hangouts like everybody else was doing, and so when the great migration off of Hangout happened, everybody kind of went, "Oh crap!" But I was already researching how to, use OBS to stream and everything, and so Restream was the first thing I found. And everybody else went to StreamYard, and at the time, it was like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and I think StreamYard was charging, and it wouldn't let you do like a certain number of people. So I was like, well, this one looks okay. I'll stick with this one. But I think I'm the only Lego YouTuber who is actually using Restream.
I only use StreamYard because I'm lazy, let's be honest.
Well, and this Restream isn't difficult. You go to a site, you set up your camera, Bob's your uncle. You get all this stuff. So,
Bob's your
it's
uncle.
probably just as easy.
yeah, I'm just raw dogging OBS, and it's working fine for me.
Yeah, as long as I'm only doing stuff by myself, I'm going to stick with OBS just because I feel like it's more robust. You have more control.
Yep.
I do like the chat features, and I do like some other stuff that's kind of native to the site for Restream, but
Howdy, most marvelous monks.
most marvelous. How are you? What marvelous mock are you currently working on?
I'm gonna call you Triple M because that's a mouthful. Sorry.
All right, I think we got Lumberjacks joining us here. Lumberjack in the house. How are you, sir?
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, Josh.
I'm good. What's up, man?
So we
Yeah, dude, that was, awesome. You did the whole drive thing. I was just kidding. I would have paid the $1 for the, the instructions.
That's cool.
Because, you had, 2 or 3 of the microfighters, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's free download. That's free download. Oh, the Razor Crest is $1.
I got to go into my couch and find some stuff. So, Lumberjack, you and I don't know each other that well.
That is correct, sir.
Are you actually in Australia, New Zealand, or do you just hang out with those guys?
That's just Taz.
Okay.
That's just Tasman Bricks. We actually connected through Miss Bricks of Fun stream.
Got it.
We I had went on a rant about the last police modular with a little bookshop and the donut shop on the side.
Yeah.
I went on a rant about that, and then I guess 2 or 3 days later, Taz almost went on a word for word rant.
Oh,
so
really?
it was like mindset. And then just from other conversation, I guess from him watching me and Miss Brick stream, he was kind of like, hey, he's kind of cool. And he reached out was trying to find me on his own, but he couldn't. So he reached out to Miss Bricks and was like, I'm trying to find Lumberjack online, but I'm having trouble. Do you mind, helping me reach out to him? She was like, yeah, no problem. Gave him and we've got a lot of common, a lot of similar mindset. So,
That's very cool when that happens.
Yeah.
There's a guy who is, I don't know if you know Josh Builds stuff from his channel.
Yeah.
So he's another guy who does mostly, he started to dip his toe into doing a little more streaming. It's usually just hang out with people while they do their streams. But he is mostly I bought this set, I'm going to review it. Here's my haul. Here's the latest kind of stuff. And I found him because somebody tagged me in one of his videos because he was reviewing my little microfighter Razor Crest. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so I started, I followed him and I started watching him, and he said something in one of his videos about, well, it's hot here in Texas, so blah, blah, blah. So I was like, where are you in Texas? And he's like, I'm in this, one of the metro suburbs up here. I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm in the suburb right next to you. He's like, that's weird. Like, what part? And it was like, we live 5 minutes away from each other.
Hell yeah.
And
I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay, cool.
But about 20-ish years ago, I did live in Texarkana for about a year.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Texarkana is it was
interesting
place.
The way I viewed it, it was a nice place if you're retiring. It wasn't a place for a young couple with a child to get started.
Right.
But the reason we moved there is my son's mother, her parents had bought some land, and they had enough land to where each of their kids could have an acre to build on if they wanted. And she was the only one of her parents' 4 children that didn't have her own place. So we kind of went to take advantage of that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, having land is not bad.
No.
We drive through it. My wife's parents, she's from Kentucky. And
what part?
Western Kentucky. So north of Memphis.
I'm originally from Lexington.
Okay. She's a little town outside of, an hour outside of Paducah called Clinton. That's where she's from. So when we drive through to go visit her family, who's now in Paducah, we go through Texarkana. We go through, sometimes West Memphis, depending on if we want to not take the highway.
Can we take a moment to just appreciate that our country has some truly silly city names?
Oh yeah, well, I live in a place called Pflugerville, which every time I tell people about that, they're like, "That's made up." I'm like, "Well, somebody originally made it up, yes, but it's an actual place." We've got a lot of wild rabbits that kind of mill around everybody's houses for some
It
reason.
sounds like a Dr. Seuss town. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Got a lot of weird little trees. When Beth and I first moved here, she's like, "God, there's a lot of rabbits in this neighborhood." I'm like, "Well, that's what Pflugerville means. It's German for town of rabbits." And she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "No, I don't know what Pfluger means, you know." Put that P back in fun. That's right, Travis.
Wait, did we lose M?
Looks like it.
I think we did. Oh yeah, he fell off. Sorry, Em. I didn't notice that he had fallen off. I'm looking at the building and not the chat as much. Yeah, there you go. You're back in.
I did a thing
I did a thing.
that apparently didn't.
That's a really cool anchor of
Dude.
land. I would like to make a treehouse with anchor. There you go. Sorry, I'm kind of like half watching the chat.
If you ever
something
need to
more,
get back in, if you ever need to get back in, you can just hit Alt F4 and you'll pop you back in all the time.
Stop it. Do not listen to this man. He is lying to you.
I know him. I like him.
I'm Gen Z. I'm aware of technology.
But no, I mean, initially when I was looking through microfighters, I've got the night buzzard, so your microfighter night, and then the ITS transport.
Cool.
I think it's cool that somebody designed the microfighter versions of some of the sets I actually own, as opposed to what Lego releases. And like the ITS transport, I originally had no intention on buying that set.
I didn't either.
But after we went to Disney and I actually rode Ride of the Resistance, I'm like, okay, it means something to me now because I actually was on the ride.
Yeah.
So to see the micro version of it, I was like, yeah, I'll build the micro version to go with the big version. Same thing with the Night Buzzard. I haven't got the Razor Crest yet, but I plan on getting it. And then there was one other one that you had that I got. What got down? I got to look at the.
Not this one. Now Fennec Shan's ship.
No,
Just got all the parts in today.
it was. What is the other one? I'm scrolling.
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling.
Oh,
Scrolling.
the only other one I downloaded was the Houndstooth, just to have something to do with the Boss minifigure.
Yeah, the Houndstooth is also really big. That was when I was starting to get away, when the designs were starting to get away from me a little bit. And I'm like, I had if you get the TIE Bomber, the TIE Bomber is actually, so the only other TIE Bomber set that they have is like, hey Doc, how's it going?
Howdy, Doc.
Is
Wait,
like 201
Docs?
pieces, and the microfighter version is 200 pieces. So I'm like, I think I need to cut back a little bit. Hey Doc, if you want to be on with us tonight, or if anybody would like to, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send you a link.
Well,
We can get going in here.
I had the TIE Bomber I had. It was the build your own, where you bought like the mini set and then had one little part with it. And they
Build
had
your own adventure.
Oh yeah.
They were in this odd like clamshell design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that one. I didn't have the full size one, but
Well, the full size one wasn't. I mean, because the full size came out like 2001.
Hell yeah, Tuscan.
2001, 2002. I mean, pretty early on. It was that dual Y-wing bomber set,
yeah,
TIE bomber set, and that's when like Star Wars Lego was like everyone was excited to get it because it was new, and it was like, I can't believe we're actually getting these sets. And then you get them, and you're like, these are garbage. You know,
Wait,
they're just.
I thought the first Y-wing was a 2-pack with Vader in the Y-wing. I didn't think
No.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I'll have to look it up.
The
Looking.
only reason.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Tuscan, if you want to join up, just DM me. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or not.
The only reason people buy those old sets is when they're nostalgic. I have the luxury of being young enough where I don't get to be nostalgic about anything.
It's just there.
It's just like, oh, this sucks. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. I, too, am from an older generation. But I would argue that having just really sheer, unadulterated apathy is probably just as powerful.
Yes, that is true.
Honestly, the
Just not
only
caring.
reason... Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say not caring with all of your being is truly powerful. Violently indifferent.
No. According to Bricklink, the TIE Bomber was a standalone
True,
set.
neutral.
Oh, it was. I am
And the Y-Wing came with the 2-pack with Darth Vader.
with his advanced.
Correct. And there was apparently like 3 versions of that 2-pack, like a re-release, and then there was a Toys R Us exclusive. And
Yeah, a blue box or something.
I miss Toys R Us.
I do too.
yep.
I miss
See, I
walking
think
through an
it's funny.
entirety of a toy store to go to the Lego section.
I
Well-
miss walking everywhere and just being fascinated and going crazy.
My rant is they said that in the whole bankruptcy, blah, 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 they couldn't compete with the retail prices of Walmart and Target, et cetera, et cetera. But if you are a toy retailer, you get a better wholesale price than Target and Walmart. The problem is you tried to make more profit off of it and priced yourself out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Walmart buys, say, 10 boxes of this Lego set, Toys R Us is going to buy 20. They're going to get a better deal on the 20 boxes than the 10. But when you price yourself out of range, because there were times where I'd go in and they'd say, oh, well, we can, you can order it online and we got free shipping. I'm like, yeah, I can order it from Lego and get free shipping as well. But the
Yep.
reason
And a promo.
But the reason I'm in your store today is because I wanted to walk out with it today
Mm-hmm.
and not have it shipped to the house. Because in Lexington, the closest Lego store I had at the time, and well, actually it still is, even within building the one in Louisville, was an hour away. But I could drive to Toys R Us in like 20 minutes. I'm not going to waste that extra time driving.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Remind me to never go to Kentucky.
don't go to Kentucky. But go in on Walmart or Target now and look at the toy department, and it's pathetic. So how exactly were they getting the better deals? Because they don't have anything on their shelves either.
Yeah. I think they
especially
could cover
if
it
you go down
from.
the action figure aisle. Oh my god!
It makes
Nothing.
me sad.
Exactly.
Because I also collect figures. I collect pretty much everything. Just Lego's the main thing.
All right. Oh, we got Big Man Tuscan coming in. How are you?
If they show their face, I'm gonna leave where all the part showing bits can be looked at the same time.
Oh, is it
That
cutting
was
people
a-
off? Oh, that's fine. This is my workaround for Restream for it not supporting 2 cameras, was just sharing my screen. That has a camera on it.
Genius. Restream's just like the best software ever.
It
Do
is.
you have any other mods other than all the microfighters, or no?
I've got that. My
Yeah.
owl. I've done. The problem is the ones that I do are usually pretty big.
Gotcha.
They're like convention showpieces.
Right.
I've got. Yeah, I can show you a couple other ones. Let's do this one. So our blog did a thing where instead of modulars, they had a you could do an 8 wide instead of a 16 wide.
Uh-huh.
So this is my 8-wide house.
Oh,
So it's a beach house.
yeah.
So it's supposed to look like it's from Galveston or something like that.
That is about as wide as my studio.
Yeah. And it's, of course, it's modular, so all the
That's
bits come off of it.
definitely a thing.
That's cool.
So you can see the furniture inside, the furniture in there. Oops.
Oop, thud.
We need that.
And there's like a little wet room down in the basement right there in the
All right.
first
Cool,
level.
man.
So that's been around a while. Get this back together and find all the pieces that I just lost. I've got another one that's another 8-wide. So we put these
Hey,
together
look.
so it
Hi.
breaks up. What?
Oh, Michaela hopped in chat.
Oh, hi, Michaela. How are you?
Why kick me?
Did we
Because you're
kick you?
Gen Z, apparently.
Oh. Hey,
Oh my
Michaela,
God.
if you want to join, shoot me a DM and I will add you, or I'll send you a link.
I'm so sorry for not having back problems. My apologies.
The Gen Z.
You
What
don't
is-
want back problems, trust me.
Oh, well, I already have them, so that's the funny part.
I have bone spurs, arthritis, and scar tissue in the middle of my back due to a
Ooh.
accident in 1996. Well, it wasn't really an accident. Well, I mean, it was kind of an accident. I mean, it was attempted robbery, and I managed to hold the guy down until they cuffed him, but I apparently was injured in the process. So, yeah.
Ugh.
But I don't use it as an excuse. You know, some people will be like, "Oh, my back! I got to go home early. I got to leave work." Not me.
Oh, I say that just
but
from
I'm there.
sitting- I complain just from sitting in my chair too long. I'm like, look, I got to go take a nap. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I am exhausted. No, I don't. I don't really do that.
Hey,
If you were
Josh.
I mean,
smart,
it is
your
2
chair would
a.m. for me in the
recline,
morning.
and you could just nap in your chair.
What's that?
As if you were smart, you'd have a chair that could recline and just nap.
Oh
in
yeah,
your chair.
goes all the way back. What were you saying, Tuscan? I think he was going to say something.
Put the lazy boy at the desk, and there you go. There you go.
I got a knockoff Lazy Boy by my desk because I'm way too lazy to get a nice chair. I just have something old, dirty, but it's comfortable. Not dirty.
That is a Stephen Wright
Dusty.
level joke right there. I'm
I got
too
a
lazy
shadow.
to get a good lazy boy chair.
I got a new shadow the other day. The old one wasn't doing the same thing I was.
I want
Josh,
a life-size tattoo of myself, only larger.
I bought a cordless extension cord. I just can't figure out where to plug it in.
You mean I'm not
Josh,
the only
this-
one who has a dream about being covered in pickles?
this is a random question, but how did your last booking go?
I'm not discussing the last booking because it was potentially the last booking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Glenn is
mine-
in the chat. Welcome,
I had it.
Glenn.
the knee injury I sustained back in May just isn't healing the way I would like it to, and I don't think I had five decent years. That's more than I would have thought I had because I did start later in the game than most people. So I look at it as I was starting with injuries people retire with. So I have no regrets.
You did
What are you
good.
retiring from?
I wrestled.
Oh, okay. You know what? I saw those on your Instagram. I'm like, okay, Lego, wrestling. Okay, cool. That's very cool. I'm sorry that you are retiring early, but it's very cool that it was happening.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. You know, I didn't think I'd initially make it through my parents didn't think I'd initially make it through the training. But, the fact that I made it through training and had some, couple matches. My goal when I started out was at least one match.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I went 5 years and
That's pretty good.
was at least tag team champion in 3 different companies. It was
Wow.
not bad. With the same
Impressive,
partner.
yeah.
Well, no. I take that back. Was tag team champions 4 times, 3 times with the same partner, 1 time with a different partner.
The Country Cousins.
Yep, that's what we called ourselves, the Country Cousins, because Joe was
That's
a
pretty
hillbilly.
rad.
He was a hillbilly from West Virginia, and I was a lumberjack from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada.
You're from Canada?
No, the lumberjack
No.
character was from Canada.
Oh, it's the gimmick. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a tribute to a buddy of mine's wife that passed away. I was initially going to use their last name as well, but the promoter said, "What's the deal with the last name?" Because I started the Facebook page, and I explained to him the whole background, and he said, "That's real respectful, but since you've been a referee for over a year, they already know your last name is White, so changing the name would confuse them." So I at least kept her hometown where she was from. So that's the Red Deer, Alberta. That was my tribute to the family, you know.
That's very cool. There's a lot of
so you
wrestling
went
families
in
coming out
like
of
that.
Canada.
Oh, trust me, they already have plans that the next time I go back up there, they are taking me to the Hart House.
Hmm.
It is a historic landmark in Calgary now. They
Oh yeah.
can't do anything to it. Like anything that's done to it has to be approved, since it's considered a historical site now.
Yeah.
Because somebody had purchased it after the Harts moved out, as well, at least after Stu and Helen passed, and the people that purchased it, they did some kind of renovation or painting to it, and they were forced to put it back. So, so
There's a
Makes
podcast I listen to
sense.
that's these 2 Newfoundlanders, and they talk about the weird things that happen in Canada. They started with their hometown.
Oh, a
Of,
couple of Newfies.
couple Newfies,
No, we,
and
we lost Tuscan.
we lost Tuscan. Did he come
Oh.
back? Nope. I'll try to keep an eye out for him. So they every time, so they did like folklore and stuff from Newfoundland, and then the next season they did it from all the other provinces, and for every province they did, they're like, and the one host Barry was like, and this wrestler's from this province, and this wrestler's from this province, and they got to one, and it was the province Nunavut, which is the newest province, and it's him and his sister, and she's like, "Are there any wrestlers from Nunavut?" And he's like, "Not that I could find. There's like there was like a league that like did a thing here or something, but there weren't actually any wrestlers from this area." Like, wow, we stumped him.
Moo ha 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 ha.
Wow. Oh, his Wi-Fi freaked out. That's what it was.
It happens.
Evil hand rubbing, even though I don't have a camera.
Mwahaha. Yeah, shout out to Barry and Chrissy. They got a good podcast. They're cute with their Newfoundland accents. Sound
See,
Irish,
I did
vaguely
that-
Irish.
I did that with Joe. I worked him for like the first 3 months we knew each other. Every time I walk in the locker room, I'd say, they were like, "Hey, Joe, this is Josh. He's gonna be your partner." I said, "How's it going, Derry?" And, anytime they'd ask me something, I'd have a bit there of an accent, and anytime he'd ask me something, "Oh, Joel, what are we going to do?"
You're from a waiter by.
Normally he always got there before me, but the one time I got to the building before him, when he came in, he was like, "Hey, what are we doing today?" I was like, "I don't know, man. You'll have to go talk to Jason." And he stopped for a second and was like, "You no good." I said, "What?" He was like, "The whole time I've known you."
That's pretty funny.
It was like the Kofi Kingston moment. Where's your accent? Ooh.
Hell yeah.
But I told him, I
Did
said, whenever I would go to a new company, I'd have to already be in that mindset, or else I'd screw it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I met Joe, I was like, "Hey, how's it going there, eh?"
That's like one of the only memories I have from when I was little, was that segment from an episode of Raw.
Hi, Brad's Life. How are you?
Deuces, most marvelous mucks. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Also, howdy, Scots. I saw you earlier, but didn't want to interrupt.
Journal of Scots. How are you? Show us what you got.
Oh, Brad's
You know,
here.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say this. I don't know if
I
anybody's
didn't know.
seen or tried these yet. But these Snyder's Twisted Season pretzels are insanely great.
Oh, I think I've had those before. Yeah.
Snyder's, the king of pretzels.
Pass
I
him
thought I was
over.
just getting like the braided honey wheat ones. I didn't realize they were seasoned. Oh my goodness, these are incredibly awesome.
Yeah, I had the same reaction, Brad. I was like, he's live?
I just clicked on YouTube and was like, hey, Ben's like, boop.
Yeah, Beth's got some girlfriends over, and they're out in the backyard drinking wine. And I'm like, I'm going to go build some Lego and stream. She's like, you can join us. I'm like,
Oh,
nah.
boo. I want to join in on them.
Yeah, well, I probably will in a little bit. I've got a couple great beers I want to drink, and I got one right now. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to hang out and do some Lego building and get on this Friday night action, see what it's all about.
Well, next week, next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, Stud and the Dud. We're live again.
What day?
What's that?
It's Friday, week from today. We only do our show every 2 weeks. That we don't burn ourselves out.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point.
Hang on.
Is that you and
what's your-
Taz's
What's your
podcast?
channel name again? So I
You
can
are
follow you?
correct, Em.
Okay.
That is myself and Taz Membricks.
What was that, Kodiak?
Oh, I was asking for Lumberjack's, I guess, account name so I could follow him.
On Instagram,
Sure.
and I don't know, what is it?
Lumberjack Josh White numbers.
No, that's too many. It's just Lumberjack 5377.
Oh,
Which may or may not be his password for everything.
Shut up. No, actually, it's
I have
1, 2, 3, 4. That is mine.
Yeah. Sounds
My
like somebody's
password for-
password to their luggage.
That's my password to my luggage.
my password is for some
Ludicrous
reason
thing.
I just started putting random things in. Pegasus Chicken 92 because
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything.
My
That's the
password
best way to do it.
My password typically is like whatever is in my line of sight when I'm changing the password.
Yeah, fair enough.
I try to do patterns on my keyboard. That way it's all very complicated, but I don't have to remember a word or a date or anything. I'm just like, all right, started with a 2, hit shift a bunch of times.
Are you streaming or are you talking to yourself?
I'm streaming. I've got people on with me. You want to join?
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Everybody says hi.
Hi, mysterious voice in my head.
It's Lumberjack, M-Pro, and Kodiak.
Oh, hi guys.
And-
I'm
and-
not gonna get on camera because I've been sitting outside in the Texas heat for
Several
forever.
people in chat. Yeah, it's very sweaty outside.
It is sweaty.
Just a bit shreddy.
Hey, would you do me a favor?
Depends.
Could you get one of those peanut butter beers out of the fridge for me?
Peanut butter beer.
Yes.
It's delicious.
It,
All right,
I
here's
saw
your
that.
second
sounds-
feeder.
Well, that was the other night, wasn't it?
I honestly
You all got a whole
Flavor,
six-pack
not
of
the
them, no.
consistency, Em.
No, that was on what hotel? You were doing some building.
Yeah,
And you were
that
doing
was
the archway.
that was last night.
It was last night. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing the micropolis of a building here in Austin. Wow, there's a lot of extra pieces on this one.
Oh, it's delicious. I'll try and remember that for 7 years.
Yeah, put it here.
uh,
M. Dot. Okay, we got 2
The comment
speakers.
to respond to Snot. Okay. See, the fun part of our show is everybody has to try to figure out who's the stud and who's the dud.
I like that.
I always like to try to get a a greeting when I like start my streams up, because it's always like, hey, cats and kittens, hey, boys and girls, hey. And I was like, how about Lego related, where it's, hey, studs and tubes? And that just didn't seem to go well.
Tubes?
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's why I came up with the stud and the dud.
Tube. That's
Tubes.
the tube. That's the stud. That's the tube.
I'm so sorry, chat.
Well, see,
That's why I didn't use it, because it's dumb.
The original show was Two Bricks and You, and the original co-host with Tasman. When they brought me in, we were joking that the show should be called Two Beards and the Other Guy, because I had a beard, Scott had a beard, and Taz didn't.
Yeah.
And then,
You know what Taz's face looks like?
yes,
Good
Ooh. Mysterious.
Mysterious.
I will explain this. I don't know if he's explained it. He was in a motorcycle wreck several years ago,
and now he
Oh.
looks like Mark Hamill.
and he has a scar. And it's, most people don't notice it, but it's one of those self-aware things. He knows it's there. And like, if he's too hot or flush, it like kind of flares up. And,
Yeah.
right. So he just
Looks like
avoids
Dragon
that.
Bots from Solo.
Right. Yeah. But then when the other beard decided he was not going to be part of the show or take a break, I kind of felt like we had a different vision of where we wanted the show to go versus where it originally was. And out of respect to the other person, we changed the name as well. And I kind of used it as a play on words, like you said, stud and dud, stud, Lego. Then there's stud and dud, who's the stud, who's the dud. And then I also used it as a reference to, like, a good show would be a stud and a bad show would be a dud. So it had multiple meanings.
Okay.
But the
gonna
main
start-
thing the main meaning everybody takes is who's the stud, who's the dud.
I'm gonna end up starting a podcast called Pricks with Bricks for some reason. That's the only podcast name I can come up with.
I found a tattoo parlor. Let me see if I can find the picture. Speaking of, yeah. I took a picture of it because I knew I was old and wasn't going to remember it. It was called, oh yeah, that's really hard to remember. Oh, it was called Little Pricks Tattoo.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, I would go get if I hadn't already just got a bunch, I would go get my stuff done there. Because that's
Tell me
amazing.
an address, because I'm going on a road trip to get my first tattoo there.
It's on Highway 620 and at some point in North
So
Austin.
close. So close.
What?
Nothing. Just
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
very,
wait.
very close.
Let's hope I can get a license.
As with most things, Ben, just ignore me.
No, I agree with you. And Brad's in the chat. What's up,
Howdy,
Brad?
howdy.
Hey guys, what's up? How's
Now
everyone
there's
doing?
2 people that are just letters, so that's nice.
M and
Yeah,
B.
I couldn't figure out how to get the icon to work.
Oh, it doesn't work for me either, because I'm on mobile.
Okay, so I figured this out. You need to switch to like the virtual camera, and then it'll give you the option to set the like profile pic.
Yeah, and the virtual camera is anything it detects. So if you only have one camera, it'll just pick that up.
See, the
Or
problem is
should
I
it?
don't have a camera.
No, neither do
Oh.
I. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm on a desktop.
That's mine.
I got my camera at Target for $30.
I got my camera from my office, and I use it for work.
I got my camera with my phone, and I have my other camera that doesn't get used.
So I was trying to use my
Nice.
phone the other day. This was really weird because I was trying to figure out my way around not having multiple camera support on Restream. And I was, so I had my phone up here and I was like, well, I'll just send myself the link or I'll copy the link off and then I'll open it up on my phone and then I'll just be a guest joining from my phone. Well, no matter how much I muted my phone or muted the mic on it or turned down the volume on the phone, I could still hear everything from the phone. And so it was just constantly doing this feedback loop. And I'm like, if I stopped that website and opened up YouTube, I couldn't hear anything. If I opened up Spotify, I couldn't hear anything. soon as I connected to Restream, I could hear everything. And
Yeah, I think it also, I'm on Safari, and it gives me that message that Google Chrome is the best way to experience it.
yeah, that's
That
just a
doesn't help.
Restream message because they built it in Chromium. So if you've got a Chromium like Edge should be fine. If you run it in Edge, it's okay. But
would
Safari, I
assume
don't
it
know.
wouldn't load an Edge.
Huh?
I would assume it wouldn't load an Edge.
It should now. Edge is a Chromium base.
Huh.
I thought.
Question: did anyone else go to Free Comic Book Day last Saturday?
No, my brother did because he's he's an artist and he had his own thing where he was selling artwork.
Oh, dang, that's cool.
Yeah, so go check out Joe Rollman Art, and he does commissions. So
Commissions.
yeah.
Oh.
So that reminds me, next stream I'm probably going to do a drawing stream. I'm not trying to steal from Kevin Hinkle.
Yeah, life goes on.
Well, it's funny
Draw
because
a bus.
we like Kevin. I've known Kevin since for 10 years or so. He used to be the manager of our Lego store, and then he went off to be a community relations person at Lego in Enfield, and then kind of just got disenchanted with the whole organization and wanted to do more just artwork and stuff.
Sure.
But I was going somewhere with this. When I found out he was also a really good artist, I'm like, because he was already like a nice guy, knew a lot about Lego, all this stuff. And I was like, oh, and of course he's like a really good cartoonist on top of it. Dang it.
He's basically what I try to be, except I'm horrible.
Oh, you'll get better with
What?
time.
Also, you're so very confident. Keep it up.
Super confident, yeah.
Exuding confidence. Prickly Brick Podcast. That's actually not a bad title for a podcast.
Just have a little cactus as your icon. I
Right?
think you could make that work.
Like a brick-built cactus? That'd be
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Okay.
It goes along with the whole Arizona thing.
Well, you could do that, Ben, because you're Arizonian, or whatever Arizona people are called.
I'm not Arizonian.
I thought you said you're from Arizona.
No, I'm from Colorado, and I live in Texas.
Well, how do I get those two confused? Oh, I
Somebody
forgot I'm an idiot.
was from Arizona.
Oh no, I made
I
a
forget
joke
who it
about
was.
iced
Maybe-
tea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you assumed I was from Arizona, which
That's right.
I'm close. I'm in one of the four corners, but the last time I tried to set foot in Arizona, I caught fire. So
Yeah.
I turned around and never looked back.
Spontaneous.
No, I got
spontaneous-
Colorado and Arizona confused because I don't even know all 50 states. I thought New Mexico was part of Texas for the longest time. So.
Well, it was for a while. I mean, it was all part of Mexico for a while.
Right.
Yeah, nothing like starting a useless war. America.
Yep.
Google autofill. Did you mean any war?
Well, there was one war a couple were actually justified in joining, but that's about it.
I think the Cola War, maybe.
As someone who studies military history, I can assure you that is not the case.
We got attacked for Pearl Harbor, right?
Okay.
And then the Civil War, we wanted to free people. Well,
Civil
that
War's fine.
wasn't.
We're fighting ourselves. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, the casualties
That's like
cancel each other
siblings
out.
fighting.
It's when you. It's what does Eddie Izzard say? It's when you kill people next door. That's when we won't
That's when we
stand for it
have
for more than a few years.
Yeah. Vietnam was stupid.
Not going to argue that.
No argument for me there.
Let's jump into a random war because we're wasting the military budget, so we need to have a way where we can buy more guns.
I think the
And
only
it makes
war
sense.
that I've studied that was at all interesting was the Emu War.
The Emu War.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. I can't wait.
Please tell me more.
Oh, you
I
guys
need to know.
aren't familiar with it?
No.
No.
I am not.
Oh, okay. So I think it was like 1912, 1914, like right at the opening of, actually, I'm going to look it up so I'm not spreading misinformation. Hang on.
I await with bated breath.
Okay.
I got
Okay, my
kicked-
bad.
Yep.
So it took part in 1932. And basically, the SparkNotes version is Australia had such a massive influx of the flightless large bird known as emus. And they were just like rolling up on people's farms and just destroying entire crop yields.
Yeah.
So the Australian government launched a straight up conflict against the emus. They sent soldiers, trucks, mounted guns, like all of it out into the boonies. And they killed like maybe 12 ostriches.
Yeah, when you're describing
emus.
this now, I think I remember this.
And yeah,
They were
like,
casualties of war.
and they really didn't like do that much else. A lot of the trucks just broke down when they were driving because of how bumpy the terrain was. The guys on the machine guns just couldn't get a good a good bead.
Die, you emu bastards!
And those things are quick. Like emus are not slow birds.
They're quick and they're mean.
Oh yeah, they're nasty. I don't like. Let me look at this because I don't.
I
think
heard their
anybody-
eggs were good.
Emu is delicious. Don't ask
What?
how I know.
How do you know?
Let's see. Casual.
I'm gonna
I
have
assume
to
say
you
ask
know
don't
my,
that
ask
you
that.
eat more.
I'm gonna ask my history teacher to tell me about that and act like I have no idea what's going on. Mostly because I'm not a big fan of him, so make him explain a useless war.
We used to have a language arts teacher who one time told us a story about this guy who jumped out of a plane without a parachute. And I don't remember the context of the rest of the story, but he just could not stop laughing at the thought of somebody just willfully leaving a plane without a parachute. And every time he thought about it, he just cracked up.
Yeah.
And so if we ever wanted to get out of work, which was most days, we're just like, why don't you tell us again? We couldn't abuse the power. But we were like, why don't you tell us, I heard this story about this guy jumping out of a plane without a parachute. And he would just go, let me tell you. And he'd just go off. Like, well, that's it. Kick back. Rest of the day.
rest of the day.
That's
is
like the
boring.
best part about old teachers. You can just skip them on tangents whenever you don't want to do something.
Mm-hmm. I say that like I'm not pushing 50.
I'm talking people who have Alzheimer's but are still teaching. Nope. That came out wrong. You're not that old.
We'll give you a
Okay.
pass. It's okay. Tread lightly.
So
No,
I'm enamored with the character that is a teacher with Alzheimer's.
Right.
Everyone, please get out your homework so we can turn it in. We had homework. Did we?
Yeah. Who are all
I
you
used
people?
to-
Get out of my room.
Get
You
out
know
of
how like
my
some of the
room.
worksheets would be double-sided? I would do the one side and hope they wouldn't ask me to flip it over. That was a good one.
Little Billy, is that you?
Well, so far this cockpit isn't that bad of a build. It's not like
I saw it at the store. It just was. It didn't look like $100.
Well, I mean, it's how many pieces?
It just looked small. It was
Yeah,
the
it's,
gun
it's almost 1,000 pieces for a Star Wars set.
Ooh.
They did have
It
it sitting
looks
in the
tiny.
township, which did not help.
Pretty good price. The thing that's going to bother me is the cover for the cockpit is going to be like 2 pieces with a bunch of stickers.
2 pieces.
And,
So
I mean,
what are
it's
you going to put them on or no?
well, I'm not going to put on the stickers, but what I have found a couple people who modded it to where the screens, the red screens, are just trans red bricks, and they've rebuilt it, so you don't need those stickers. So I'm going to build it as is. I'm not going to put any stickers on it, and then I'm going to go back and see if I can find that mod for it because it looked pretty cool.
How is
But
the
so far, I
front
like the
just...
shape.
Yeah, that does sound good, Michaela. I could go for a good steak.
My steak that I've been cooking is done and perfect. How do you cook your steak, Michaela? The only answer is a little bit of salt, 6 minutes aside, let it rest for 10 minutes. That's it.
I will push back and argue, but before I do, we lost M again.
Oh, where'd you go? We also lost Lumberjack. I think he went to the bathroom and died.
Also possible. But I will push back. The best steak I've ever had, and not to push the whole I'm a bear joke, but braised with some blueberry wine and like sauteed yellow and red onions on the side, like, oh, that was easily the best steak I've ever had.
Wait, start over again, because there were a lot of words in there, and I couldn't quite put them together with steak.
You good. So braised while it was cooking with a blueberry wine.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, it saturated in there, and just, like, when you kind of got the initial saltiness of the meat, and after you pulled it down, that's kind of when the blueberries would just slightly roll onto your tongue, and so good.
That sounds really
Now
good.
you're making me hungry.
Now I'm gonna have to go cook some bagel bites, thanks. Because I'm too lazy to actually cook.
Sorry,
Wait a minute.
Made me
thinking about
hungry.
poor,
trying to
You
save
made
those.
me hungry. I
was thinking
didn't
about
want
poor
to do
Dark
it.
Designer when I had to inform him of what American pizza rolls were.
Look at that steak.
A hint of
Good.
blueberry in a steak just sounds delicious.
It does.
I'll try and remember that for the next 7 years.
Well, I mean, when you cook it, it desaturates and it gets rid of all the alcohol, so you could have it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
Yeah, it burns off all the booze.
finding blueberry wine is the trick. When I had it, they had made the blueberry wine from scratch.
Yikes.
And I think it was like over a year and a half old when we had it.
Blueberry wine. That just...
Steak versus bagel bites. Scott's, I'm going to say steak. Sorry. I like me some bagel bites, but no competition.
I'm gonna go with steak because I'm not a psychopath.
You know what?
we get a couple more figures. Cool.
I'll play devil's advocate. Bagel bites at me.
All right.
Of course Kodiak
Pizza
would
bagel
do that.
bites. Which kind of bagel bites? I'm going to mute while I unbag.
I actually haven't ever had a bagel bite, I don't think. So I'm
I
absolutely
Get out.
time.
playing off the
Leave.
back foot.
I had this
called
really good
Kodiak.
thing
I
a
mean,
week
maybe,
ago.
but like, yeah, okay, it was hooch. We'll just call it what it is.
Who got hooch?
But it was Utah,
Baby.
so it wasn't just any kind of hooch. It was just like garbage. Like I'll be honest, the wine on its own was awful, but paired with the steak was so good.
Yeah, with the savoriness of the steak, the sweetness would balance it out. I think that those are actual words. I think.
No, you're
I hope.
on the right track.
All right. Got me some figures
Okay
here.
then. Like a week ago, I went to a really good restaurant. I got a 10-inch burrito with steak, really good seasoned chicken, and shrimp on it.
Burrito.
It took me like 3
Welcome,
days to
everyone, to
finish,
Food
but it
Talk.
was delicious. I wish I still had that.
The burrito?
I shouldn't have ate it. Yes, the burrito.
Like, just sitting there all crusty in your
Yeah.
room.
This burrito was delicious. I'm gonna leave it here forever.
The burrito.
Science experiment.
What's this fuzzy stuff on it growing?
Yeah,
I'm gonna start a
We call
cult
that
about
desing.
this burrito.
vegetarian burrito.
Ugh.
All right, so
I
here is.
don't get. I can't deal with vegan food, honestly.
Oh, these are cool guns. I mean, these are cool science fiction blasters, not guns because it's Lego.
I mean, as someone who was a caterer for a number of years, I can give you the secret to making vegan food taste good. And in fact, the
So?
secret to making any vegan food taste good.
So here's, yeah,
That's it.
here's tech. Focus.
Listen,
Focus.
I wish his helmet was like a little
Burritos, my
I'm-
radio and cover
smaller.
I'm from the south, so we
Not
don't know
stealing
nothing
my
about
joke.
seasoning.
Michaela!
Honestly.
band. Solid.
What was the one I did the other day? Somebody had posted a picture of it's like in the 30s, 20s, and it was like a Scottish icebreaker ship off the coast of northern something in the North America, and I guess it would have to be Antarctica because there was penguins, and it was just this bagpiper playing for a penguin, right? And so it was like such and such Colonel so and so playing bagpipes for an indifferent penguin, and the joke was indifferent penguin is my Robert Palmer tribute band.
Nice.
I was trying to think of something that was like black and white and looked really bored, and all I could think of was the Robert Palmer girls just behind him. It's an art, right? It's an homage. It's an art, right,
All
Michaela?
I heard was Robert Palmer.
Well, that's the important part of the story.
That's all you really needed.
Uh-oh.
Yep, there he goes.
He's gone. One of these days he's going to take the hint that I'm just kicking him off. He's going to be like, hey, man, I've been shadow banned from Ben's channel. And I'm like,
Crazy.
yeah, I don't know what your problem is. I don't understand. Hey, welcome back. Hey.
There he is.
My internet's. I don't even have internet, so I'm on phone data right now.
Oh boy.
That's going to chew up a lot of data.
Oh, I've been on it for the past 20 days.
Goodness. Who pays the bill? Says the adult in the room. Yeah.
I'm coughing at the non-existent person.
Michaela, I take umbrage with your flogging Molly cover band. Although that is pretty funny. Bagpiper for Penguins. I could just hear them turning that into some song about how they don't like Cromwell or something happened to them in Ireland 100 years ago.
It would be a flogging Molly song without it.
Right? I say with love because I am a huge flogging Molly fan.
I say with apathy because I don't think I've ever heard.
Oh. Okay, now we must have words. Well, that depends. What kind of music are you into? I'm not going to force this on anybody who doesn't like.
Anything but country and bluegrass, both of those genres tend to
Death
make
metal.
me sick.
Oh, bluegrass is so good.
What about
Really
death
not
metal,
some-
Kodiak?
What about death metal? I don't think I just really ever got into it.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Oakley Dokley and Austrian Death.
Oakley dokley, maybe.
What's your music of choice, Lumberjack?
Oh, my collection ranges from the Muppets to Marilyn Manson.
Hell yeah.
Muppets to Marilyn Manson.
Though If I go by my father's mentality, if it was written after 1972, it's crap.
Okay, no, Michaela, you found the
Genius.
loophole. I am hilariously entertained by banjos, but banjos alone.
Just banjos sitting there, nobody playing them?
No. Like,
I
Dueling
like
banjos is
banjos.
one of my favorite songs.
Okay. Oh, hey, look this up then on your free time. There is a video of Steve Martin playing dueling banjos with the Muppets, tying this full circle, which is getting the nod of approval. There is a moment during the song, and I've watched this repeatedly. It's right after, so it goes, you know, a couple notes over here, couple notes over here, and it's different musicians for the Muppets each time. So it's like guy playing
Where am I?
the bass, guy playing the jug, guy playing something else, plants singing their responses. But then when it kind of goes and they start kind of going together,
Yeah.
Steve Martin has this look of utter joy in his face when he just starts playing. And it's so like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I show it to everybody. I'm like, that's pure musical happiness right there. He is so happy to be there playing banjo. And this was like in the late 70s, early 80s, 78, 79, something. So, I mean, this isn't
Earlier than that.
Yeah, this isn't the I'm now just a banjo teacher, Steve Martin. This is I'm one of the biggest comedians in the world, and I happen to have a banjo, Steve
Okay,
Martin.
for small asterisks, for some reason my brain has gone soft, and I thought you were referring to Steve Irwin, Crocodile Dundee.
You
And
know,
I had this moment. like,
famously a banjo player.
I
As you
can't imagine him
noticed,
playing a banjo, but I need to go find this now.
look at this
Speaking of
the
picture.
Muppets, and they got me a fiddle.
Speaking of the accidental shadow ban,
Oh,
Yeah.
what do we do this time?
how do you confuse Steve Irwin and
I
Steve
think I should
Martin?
shadow ban.
I'm sorry, dude. I haven't had enough coffee today. Are you serious?
Steve Irwin.
The fact that I
Let's
have to be
be honest.
awake and face the world, like, that is a travesty.
Look at this animal. If I make it mad, it will rip my arm off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch it and piss it off.
It's a good thing I've got my banjo here.
But I can't think of anyone who instilled a better respect for animals for me than Steve Irwin.
Oh, for sure. There's that dude on
Pokemon,
YouTube now that does a lot of kind of what he's doing. That guy who just gets stung by everything.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Brave Wild or Wild.
Coyote,
Yeah, that
Coyote
guy.
Peterson or some
Yeah.
crap. I used to love watching him get stung because he was just annoying to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
How long
so-
have Steve Irwin been dead?
Oh, it's been, God, I want to say like 15 years.
That's
16, 17.
How have
around
I
there, yeah.
still seen Crocodile Hunter stuff, and he died a year before I was born?
That sounds like a question for your parents.
Every so
I
often.
feel like it's more of a question for National Geographic.
I guess, but every so often I have to come to grips with my own mortality and the fact that people were born after the year 2000.
Oh yeah, both of my kids, and it haunts me.
Understand?
2007.
I just found this on
Ow.
and my time hop came up, and it was like it was me being very happy that I found this little record player, or I got a record player for Christmas,
Mhm.
and I was playing a Bill Cosby album on it, and I was very happy.
Oogie.
And I was like, and it was only 7 years ago, and I was like, was this only 7 years ago? Was this less than 7 years ago that we had to stop listening to Bill Cosby records?
Oogie.
Because I still have all of them. I have every record he's ever done, and they're
My
just
mom
sitting there in
has,
the bookshelf right now.
My mom has one Bill Cosby record because she collects vinyls and stuff. The
Mhm.
brother of which I slept with.
Yeah, to Russell, my brother, who I slept with.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it's called. I'm just trying to figure it out. I was born at the time when I was like 5, Bill Cosby's a creep.
Yep. So, I mean, it's been a while, but it just didn't seem like, it seemed like longer ago. I was like, only 7 years, really?
Yeah.
It feels like forever ago, but I guess not.
I can't believe Stan Lee died 3 years ago.
Yeah, that still sticks.
Who?
I'm kidding. I know who that
You know, the guy
I
that ripped off Jack Kirby.
You know, the guy who
Sounds like
makes
some discourse in
cameos
the art
in
community.
that one guy who wrote the book about the big angry green guy. Who's he
go.
called again?
The Hulk.
Have you guys seen the latest What If?
Ooh, I really liked it.
Oh, the one he uploaded today?
It was Wednesday, but yeah, the most recent one. So episode 2, basically.
Oh, what? Okay, I keep thinking XKCD What If.
Oh, no. But yeah, that'd be great if I could get another book of Monroe's, because those are great books.
Dude, he is hilarious.
No, the Marvel show What If. I know you're not a huge carer or whatever of Marvel.
Meh.
But it was they had Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. It was like one of the last things he recorded.
Speaking of funny, we lost M again.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I didn't want to say anything. I'm sorry.
You get one more shot, M. Dot.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not trying to have my internet dip.
Well, it is.
Dip.
And Scott says to your original question, yes, I believe his family is
Shut up,
continuing,
Scott. Shut up.
Steve Irwin's legacy.
Yeah, his kids are doing stuff and everything. His kids are now in the world trying to get stung by various creatures.
If it gets you out of bed in the morning, sometimes it's what you need. For me, it's coffee.
Yeah,
For
nothing.
them, it's touching venomous and
Yeah.
various other dangerous forms of spiders and snakes and.
You know
larger
what really wakes me up in the morning? I like to put a murder hornet right into my back.
Speaking of dangerous creatures and Australia, Kodiak, I thought you might. Have we talked about Bill Bryson? I seem to remember on a stream at some point somebody was talking about that.
Okay, hang on. Bill.
He is an author. He's like a travel writer, but he writes these books about not
Wait,
so much.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. Like the first thing that comes up is the saddest drawing of a bunny I've ever seen, and it's titled "The Night Dad Went to Jail." What the fuck?
Okay, it's not
Right,
really
then.
what I was going for, but
Yeah, continue.
anyway, he's a fantastic writer, and he's written one book where he goes through Australia called like Life in a Sunburned Country, I think is the title. And it's about like almost dying while going through the outback and the coastal regions and stuff like that. He's a fantastic author. Like it's just, he just goes on walkabouts, and he went through all of England taking nothing but train, and he went as far as he could with the trains. And every night he stopped, found a pub, got a beer, got drunk, passed out in his hotel. Like he writes about that. This is what I did. And then I went and saw the Roman ruins. Found a pub, got a beer, passed out, went to bed. A lot of stuff around America. Went to like the Americana kind of tour of like small towns in America. Also wrote a book called A Short History of Nearly Everything.
Yeah,
which
I'm
is
just
kind of
looking
a
at that right now.
Yeah, so that's kind of a play off of like Hawking's A Brief History of Time kind of thing, where
Sure.
he basically goes from the Big Bang till modern time, and in like very layman's terms explains a lot of stuff, like evolution, the theory of relativity, all kinds of things, right? And you're like, oh wow, I understand all this now. Just a fantastic, fun, jolly kind of writer. So highly recommended
Sure.
when you're not, writing your own stuff or whatnot.
No, I get that. My current book is on hold while I'm currently drowning in other projects.
There you go.
Speaking of drowning, we lost Adam. Sorry,
Good Lord.
I'm so bad at segues.
No, that was a perfect segue. I like it. I'm here for it. All right. Michaela has died from something. Dead, grimacing, and then suddenly happy.
Probably from how good that steak was.
Probably. They've got food coma over there. I tried writing a book once. It was horrible.
Oh, so did I. You could check it out on my channel. I wrote a book when I was in high school. It was awful.
You read it a lot. You read it on your channel, don't you?
Yeah, I do. We do like a basic skim through. We don't do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did someone say segue?
Several times, yes.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey! They see me roll on Segway.
Yeah, my newer book is much better, I promise.
I was reacting to my own admission to previous life. Got it. Oh, in 2007, I was selling grass and getting ass. Because no one rides for free, right, Michaela?
I'm just glad she didn't swap words and it wasn't getting grass and selling it.
Yeah. I don't think that's...
I don't judge, though. I don't judge, just saying.
Don't think it would be something they'd admit to. On national TV. No. Not at all.
I have made it perfectly clear that if anything should ever happen to me, they need to call Grissom.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Michaela, as far as two truths and a lie, I am surprisingly good at that game.
Oh, well, maybe we should play that.
Sure. So I was an escort. I'm allergic to salmon, and I have 3 cats.
3 cats.
You are not allergic to salmon.
Good guesses.
You do not have 3 cats.
I think you have 3 cats. Or no. I think you have 2 cats.
So you are correct, Ben. I have 2 cats. That is the lie.
Okay. Yay.
Yay.
I was really hoping one of the other ones was true, because that'd be fun.
No, that they both are.
Oh, okay.
That's 2 truths and a lie. That's how the game works.
Nice.
You identified the lie.
Yep. Oh, yeah. All right. Did I miss a piece?
Probably.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't.
Speaking of cats, hi, kitten. Hello. Does someone want attention?
Speaking of escorts, what do y'all think? I think you guys were talking about, no, somebody else. About the Just Fans thing. Or OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, that they're doing like a PG quote version.
Yeah, now no more sex and porn and stuff on the site that was set up for sex workers and stuff. Now they're like, no more of that. Well, why? Because our banks said no.
Oh, I thought they were launching it as like a side site that you could go to alternatively, not that it was getting shut down.
But they aren't shutting it down. They're just not allowing not safe for work content anymore, was my understanding.
Find a different bank.
Well, almighty dollar, man.
But I thought the internet was for porn.
It is.
The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn.
Hello, Cape Monster.
Hello, Cape Monster. We have a friend who Beth and this guy bonded over the fact that they both absolutely love Avenue Q. So much so that on her birthday, he bought her a puppet, like this giant puppet. And every time he sees her, he just says, "Hello, Beth Monster." It's pretty cute. They have a thing.
Oh, wait. I wouldn't know anything about that. Hold on.
What?
Yeah. I sense a puppet showing up.
Aw.
Yeah.
Michaela,
Boo,
that's
their
so sweet.
company was built on sex workers.
I'm glad we were able to bond over Chris Chan and that entirely cursed stream.
Which?
The one you asked about after I posted a screenshot on.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what did I just stumble onto?
No, you good.
I was all excited. I'm like, yay, he's live streaming nothing. He's just reacting to somebody doing something else.
I mean,
No.
I did do a live stream.
No, I know.
You know, I think it's all overrated. I think we should do a dead stream.
Yes, agreed. I'm here for it.
A dead stream. I forgot to put these two pieces on way long time ago. In a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack.
I remember me and Qui-Gon Jinn tried to talk the Federation in to maybe cutting them a little slack.
Keep it going. But their response, it didn't thrill us.
The battle droids tried to kill us, but we escaped from that.
Gas.
Met Jar Jar and Boss Nass.
Will I solo the puppets?
Oh, sorry.
Screen 'em.
Yeah, let me go get the puppet. Hang on.
No, I think they were talking about mine.
I thought they were talking about yours too. Yours is pretty red.
You're such a lover baby right now. What is up? Yeah. Have I been ignoring you all day? All day? I was at work, so I couldn't pet you. And then I got home, and I got on the computer, and I couldn't pet you. You're a goof. Hi.
Oh, hello. The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Don't know the rest of the words, I just know porn.
I double click and pull my horn for porn.
Hello, monsters. We play with Lego today. Look at this Lego. Down here. All the Lego. Just bricks. Bricks and studs. Studs and duds. Look, it's Doc's stream. All right. Yeah. We're going to watch somebody else's stuff today. And then we're going to say how much we like it. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. Where are my glasses? They're over here somewhere. All right.
That is scarily accurate.
Do not tell him I did that.
And clipping the stream.
And done. Yes.
Send.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. I really love everybody here. Fantastic. Okay.
Try the veal. Tip the waitress.
Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
All right.
So apparently Michaela wants an all puppet stream. So
Yeah, I mean, we can do that next time. That's going to be really tiring.
I mean, you've already got that with me.
That's true. We can get you to animate your bear, your Lego bear thing, and we'll be golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kodiak, you need a puppet.
I'm horrified at the prospect of someone making like a VTuber avatar out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if I'd be able to restrain myself from using it.
Why would you not just times 2 that? Ow. Because the direction, the angle of the dangle.
The joke's on you, Michaela. I am the puppet.
Somebody done cut my strings.
I hate when that happens.
So the next microfighter will be the new class attack shuttle, NU class attack shuttle. If anybody wants those, I'll be getting parts for those soon. which is why I needed Crosshair, because he pilots the new, or he appears in the new Imperial version of that.
Nice.
So there'll be 2 versions. There's 3 versions. There's the regular Clone Wars one, that's the snub nose, just the wings, no dorsal fin. Then there's the hybrid transition Imperial one, which is the exact same thing, but like gray. And then there's the I'm almost a Lambda class shuttle, because it's the same thing but with the dorsal fin.
Now, did you notice in the new episode they got rid of the red stripe on the Venators?
Yeah, they're just like, we're just going to paint them differently, but they're still Venator class destroyers.
How
Yeah,
long
that's
would it
stuck out.
take to paint one of those things?
Those things are
That's
massive.
a real good
Yeah.
question. Probably not. You might be able to get droids to do it.
Well, and imagine you get done like painting that red stripe, right? And then the foreman shows up and he's like, "No, this needs to be like maroon red, not burgundy." I said
Well,
I
maroon.
wish they would show more of like the transition. Like I feel like it's like one episode there's still clones, and the next one there's no clones anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the Emperor had his propaganda machine like on lock for months and years before Order 66, because he switched out the signage, he switched out the armor, the color schemes, like that. Like it was
Like,
quick.
when was the last? Like how long ago was? Like how far away from the end of episode 3 was the last episode of Bad Batch? Like, no one knows really.
Well, the first episode
that
of Bad
was
Batch,
a long time ago and far, far away.
long time ago is what he's saying. The first episode of Bad Batch is like right away, and I think
In
it's
Order 66.
yeah. I don't think it's like every episode almost feels like it's just the next day. So I don't think very long. Send it to Doc.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Doc's here.
Doc.
Hey, where's Doc? Should I do the Doc again? No, I shouldn't.
it.
We were doing
Do
puppets
it.
earlier, Doc, because Avenue Q came up. So we had our avatars building Lego. All right, yeah. It's an homage. All right, which is kind of Mitch Hedbergy, right? You can say,
Yes.
so I'm just busy. You ever say something to your friends, and then they say what, and you say it again, and they say what, and it was some insignificant stuff, but now I'm shouting, that tree is really far. All right. These jokes are terrible. Okay.
I asked for the girl at the hotel desk what her phone number was, and she said it was 0. I called her back later on, and somebody else answered.
I just want my phone number to be a lot like 222-222. That way, when somebody asks for my phone number, I just say, just start pressing 2 until I answer. I remember a regular hangout, Friday Night Bricks. I was on there just a second ago, too. They were doing some stuff. They're building some Shima and building a tower. See, now I've said some Hedberg, and now I can't stop talking like him. Because it's just so easy.
I know. I know.
It's just so easy to get into. Because you just want to sound like it.
A guy I used to work with.
All right.
We did the same thing. I got him hooked on Mitch, and every time we told a joke, we had to tell it in the same cadence.
Oh, yeah.
And for the
You
rest
got
of the
to.
day, we
Yeah. You have to, or else it loses something. When you play golf and you hit the ball and it's going to go hit somebody, you should yell 4. But I'm too busy yelling, or I'm too busy muttering, there's no way that's going to hit him.
yeah.
All right. You get banned from a lot of places, M-Dot.
This shirt is dry clean only, which means it's dirty.
I do not know how many times we go to the Lego store here in Austin is in a mall. and which I think it's probably safe to say it's in most places in the mall. But every time we go, the escalator is broken, and every time we go, I cannot help myself. I can't say the escalator is now stairs. Sorry for the convenience. Hey, speaking of Josh builds stuff, there we go. He's on it.
Howdy, howdy.
You're really hungry and you want to eat 2,000 of something. Welcome to Mitch Hedberg Appreciation Night. Josh, if you would like to join us on the stream, I know tonight was date night, and you seem to be home early from date night.
Or
So
maybe,
that's cool.
Maybe she's in the restroom and he's on his phone.
Oh, good call. He also
Well,
has young
we don't
kids, so I think date night probably is still like not terribly early or not terribly late. So who knows? But yeah, if you'd like to, I can shoot you a link to the stream and you can join us.
Or they're
And
not
we
a
can
bachelor.
do our Mitch Hedberg
and I'm a
impressions.
complete idiot.
What's that?
Or he's not a bachelor and I'm a complete idiot.
That's true. No, he is a couple kids, young kids too. Not like me, who has like drinking and college age kids. He's in the bathroom ready to run. I'm only in here because I forgot my wallet and I don't want to tell anybody. See, it's back. I forgot my wallet and I don't want to tell anybody. Search party, Dufresne. You can eat once you find the whatever their names are.
Oh yeah.
Have a stream.
How can you eat?
How can you eat at a time like this?
It's the Dufresnes are still missing.
Dufresne, search party at 2. You can eat when we find the. God, I can't remember the name of the other party. Doesn't matter. Johnson's. Yeah, my wife is really mad at me a lot of the times because I just constantly use Mitch Hedbergisms when she's talking about serious stuff. She thought I wouldn't say she's hypochondriac, but she does have a lot of health issues. And one of her concerns is lupus. And every time she says it, I'm like, alcoholism is the one problem is the one disease for which you can be yelled at. Damn it, Otto, you're an alcoholic. Damn it, Otto, you have lupus. So she says something about lupus. I'm like, damn it, Beth, you have lupus. She's like, would you just please stop? Like, I can't help it.
The worst one for me was here the first time I ever flew on an airplane, and I hear George Carlin's bit about flying on airplanes in my head, especially when they got to the seatbelt.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Place the metal flap into the buckle. Well, I asked for clarification immediately. Excuse me. Did I hear you correctly? Did you say place the small metal flap into the buckle, or did you place the buckle over and around the small metal flap? I'm a simple man, mind you, and I'm not very mechanically inclined. Sorry to take up so much of your time. Please continue with the wonderful safety lecture. Seatbelt, high-tech shit.
High-tech shit. I love being of the age when you see that George Carlin was in Bill and Ted's, that you just freak out. You know, you're like, wait a minute, that's George Carlin. What is he doing in this movie?
I just shrugged and then realized no one could see me.
Nah.
I don't know. Oh, wait.
Flippy flip.
Damn it, Kodiak, you're an idiot.
When a Kodiak, your camera's off. One of these two things is wrong. I had the CD. He had a CD of him. This is back to Hedberg. Just playing in a club, and I had that CD. That was the only CD I had in my car for the longest time.
There was 3. There was Mitch Altogether.
I think that's the one. Mitch
There
Altogether.
was something about barbecues, I think. And then there was another one, Do You Believe in Gosh? But that was put together after he passed.
Okay, so it was Mitch Altogether. It's the one where the guy was playing the upright bass behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck over here, bringing it down. Yeah, I see what you did there. All right.
Howdy, Erica.
Erica. Oh yeah, he was.
It was called Strategic Grill Locations.
Strategic grill locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, Erica reminds me that he was in Thomas the Tank Engine too. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So you have to pick your era: Ringo Starr era or George Carlin era.
Mm-hmm. So my kids know Mitch Hedberg too because that's the only album they would listen to when I was taking them to daycare and preschool and stuff like that. And so my daughter will just come up to me and she's like, the banana bit where he's like, I put a banana in the freezer just because I don't want one now, but I may want one later. That's a terrible joke. I'm gonna mute. Erica, Michaela, Erica. Erica is one of my IRL friends. I wouldn't say my YouTube / Lego community people are not also my friends, but she's one of those people who was a friend outside of Lego. We'll say that.
Aw.
They live.
You mean there's people like that?
They're few and far between.
For Shaw, I say.
Speaking of date night, when are you and James able to go out and stuff anymore? Still, at all? To do anything? They have like a really small kid and a slightly older kid. Now chilling at home, says Josh. All right.
When I was a boy, I'd lay in my twin-size bed wondering where my brother was.
See, and it goes back to now the I can't quote. My life for so long was built off Bill Cosby quotes because I just listened to those albums over and over and over again, and I just like the urge is still there to say the lines from those albums, and I can't.
I looked over and the doctor was sitting there like Johnny Bent.
Yeah.
I said, "Is that the head?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, get the salad spoons, man."
Oh, I hear my dog outside. She's mad at something.
Uh-oh.
Like a bird or
I
something.
used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I used to too. That's another one that I do frequently now that we're all getting like shots and tests and stuff. Somebody will say, "Have you got your shot yet?" I was like, "No, man. I do the roundabout COVID test." Do you know anybody with COVID? No? Cool. Because you know me.
Yeah.
I think the only Mitch Hedberg, and I think it's Mitch Hedberg joke I know, is I saw a sign that said rest stop 1 mile, and I thought, wow, that's big.
That sounds like a Stephen Wright joke too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Might have been Stephen Wright, yeah. It sounded like a familiar cadence, but I couldn't put my...
You just have that deadpan voice where you say, wow, that's big. I can't do his voice because he's got kind of a East Coast drawl, if you can consider that a drawl.
I guess you could.
A little bit, maybe. I give Beth a lot of crap because she's from Kentucky. That's not why I give her crap. But she is one of these people who's not really worked hard to get rid of her accent, but doesn't have much of an accent anymore. Except she's like, when I get tired and when I get a little drunk, my accent comes out. I'm like, no, it doesn't. When you get around your parents, your accent comes out. And the biggest word that they both do, her dad and her both say "fower." I'm like, is that like a 3-syllable word? Four? Is it fower?
Sounds like
Yeah,
forward.
okay. Say before. Well, before we were gonna do that, and it's like, oh my god, that's a trip. That one took me a ways. Sam on Cosby. That was the first album my parents let me listen to. Another childhood ruining album. Robin Williams. Why was the Robin Williams one a childhood ruining album? Oh, because
I'm
now
gonna pop
he's
out for the night.
All right, man. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, anytime.
Getting late for me.
Yeah, for sure. What is it, like 3 a.m. there or something?
No, 10:30.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good.
I work tomorrow, so
Oh, yeah.
I hear
I'm
that.
busy right now. All
Well,
right,
take
guys.
care, man. We'll see you. I'll be back on Sunday. Take care.
All right. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Bye. Yeah, Brad's good people. Who was on earlier that was from Ireland?
Is it Gary Mullane?
Huh?
Cy O'Connor?
No, I think it was Journal of the Scots. I think he's from Ireland. But it was somebody
Oh.
who was like speaking with us, I thought.
Tuscan.
Oh.
But I don't know. There's been happenings. I knew him from Aladdin first. That's true. You are younger than I am. I forgot Erica. Younger, but more worldly, I feel. All your
Mork
radio.
and Mindy.
See, I was Mork and Mindy. And I grew up in Boulder, or I didn't grow up in Boulder. I grew up in Colorado, and the show was shot supposedly in Boulder. And my aunt lived like next door to the house they filmed the outside of, you know. So they're like, that's the Mork and Mindy house. We're like, hey. They didn't actually film inside it because that was a, Studio 4 in LA or whatever.
Apparently, Journal of Scots is in Chicago.
He's in Chicago. All
But
right.
yeah, I think you were thinking of Tuscan. He was saying he was from
Tuscan.
Liverpool.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
was. Yes. Tuscan, we apologize. We barely knew ye. And then I had to ban you from my channel. No, I don't. Because it was 3 a.m. and you should have been asleep, dear sir. Nobody should be up this late doing this goofy stuff. Chicago. Are you a Blackhawks fan? Are you a Bulls fan? Are you a White Sox fan? Are you a sports fan?
Go Bears.
Dubbers.
Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears.
So do you guys watch Seth Meyer at all?
Nope.
Nah.
Late night talk show guy, right? Used
Well,
to be on
yeah.
SNL, blah blah blah. The My Pillow CEO guy.
Yeah.
He does a caricature of him. He does a voice of him, and he sounds like Coach Ditka, right? And he's like, every time I want to talk about the thing, and I got my wife a ring from Duh Beers, so he always tries to get a duh something in there. It's so tortured, but I laugh every time. I'm like, you guys worked really hard on getting that joke in there. I applaud it.
Yeah, points for effort.
Exactly. Hey, whoa. So anybody else building anything?
I'm waiting on parts.
Waiting on parts. Mocking it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did a train platform.
Ooh, that's schmancy.
I did replicated an HO scale train car I found at a flea market, and by the time I was done, without custom track, it's not going to make the standard R40 Lego curve.
Oh no.
So I figured, well, I could make it like a train museum piece where it'd just be parked in a rail yard, and then people could walk up the platform and like tour through it or whatever. So
Oh, cool.
Nice. For the uninitiated, what is HO scale?
It's the bigger one, isn't it?
it's no. This is HO scale. Hold on.
I haven't done trains since I was like 8. It was like R scale, HO scale, something else. Oh yeah.
There's O, H, O, G, N, T, T, Z.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's, I don't know, I'd say 10 inches. It's the same length as a 32 by 32 base plate.
All right.
So the Lego version of it.
This one, Erica.
64 by 64 is 64 studs long. So
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's entirely too big.
Yeah. So wait, were both of those Lego?
no, this one is a regular HO scale model train car.
Okay, I was gonna say like that's way too fine a detail for Lego. That's my confusion.
But I use this to kind of base this off of.
Gotcha. Okay, I follow now.
Journal is finishing up work right now and doing some Tatooine prep. Tatooine prep? Are you building a big Tatooine mock? Journal?
No, just the coarse, rough sand isn't going to spread itself.
Right. Can feel it in my bones, Annie.
I mean, if anyone's going to get it everywhere, it's Journal of the Scots.
I thought that the set was too soon, where you get the box full of tan and it's Alderaan.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was like one of the first joke ones I saw. It was just a pile of brick, Alderaan.
Yep.
Then what's the other one? George Lucas and all his money.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that I approve of all those little jokey, meme things.
Yeah.
With the box art. Okay, what am I missing? Other than another piece.
No, what I've got some of the pearl gold coming tomorrow to finish the bottom half, and then on the staircase here, I had to temporarily use some placeholder colors, so I got those coming.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna have to get some of the. I need like 9 of the dark red cones. I'd use those as like an accent piece to be on the edge of the fence railing.
Oh, those fence railing parts are like pricey too. I've been buying some for some other stuff. They can be prohibitive in some cases.
Well, fortunately, it's one of the things that whenever we go to a place that's got a fairly decent pick-a-brick, my wife's like, yes.
Yeah.
That and anything that's greenery, like tree leaves or bushes or shrubs, or
that's the hole in my collection overall, is any plant life of any kind. Like I buy so many things that are spaceships and cars and stuff that I rarely have. I've got like one drawer full of green anything, you know. So anytime we do mocks for our lug and they're like, all right, we're going to do food trucks, or we're going to do, you know, these kind of park things with fountains. And I'm like, well, could I build the fountain? I got lots of gray, you know. I got all my spaceship gray. Yeah, Pick-a-Brick is great. Between Pick-a-Brick and Bricks and Pieces and Lug Bulk, I try to, anytime I see somebody new to Lego, they're like, how do you get all those pieces? I'm like, well, let me tell you.
Yeah, we found the carrot stalks on the Pick-a-Brick wall once, so we've got plenty.
Yeah. I will sometimes splurge on, like, when our lug does Lug Bulk and somebody's picked some kind of leaves of some kind, I'll be like, all right, well, I don't really want anything else, but I guess I'll get 300 leaves that I'll never use for anything.
Because sometimes you need a bunch of leaves.
Yeah, you need a bucket of leaves.
Hey, make like a tree and get out of here.
And get out of here. Be like gonna make like a baby and head out.
Not always.
That's true. Oh, that's really weird. Is that really how it's supposed to go? That seems not stable. I'm hoping that there's a stabilizing. There really isn't. What is going on here? Part of the instruction is really tweaking me out because it's not very. It's like barely hanging on there. I guess they know what they're doing. No, they don't. It's never really put together. Come on, really? Oh. All right, I have to go back. I think I messed something up.
It happens.
Well, this whole wing looks weird. For small bricks, it's under 2 cents per brick. That's right. So, okay, I got that. That's right. No, that's right. So this is my problem. See this little bit right here? That's the only thing holding that on.
Huh. That seems less
Right?
than savory.
There's nothing else. And there's nothing later in the instructions that's like, yeah, put some stuff here to hold it together.
Weird.
Which means it can't be right. I have broken this somehow. Hey, cat. How are you? Oh, it's almost 10. You think you need more dinner now, huh? He's a bowling ball. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? He's like, heck no, I'm out. Like, you're not feeding me. I don't want to be up there dancing for your people.
What if you don't mind me asking, Lumberjack, what got you into wrestling? Because I've always been fascinated with that, I guess, kind of culture.
Well,
question mark.
You know, take the standard response of I've watched it since I was, in high school I wrestled my sophomore year because I wanted something to do in the off season from football to stay in shape during the winter.
Okay.
And then, of course, from there, I found out a few years later that a couple of the guys that I'd actually played football with had started their own company in the town I was from. So I went out and talked to them and was going to train and wound up not doing it. And then kind of befriended someone on Facebook who had been in the business for a long time and had been in multiple countries. And he was going to be wrestling in the town like 20 minutes from me. So we drove up there to hang out with him. And after the show, he was like, so what are y'all doing? He said, what are you doing after the show? Or he said, what are you getting ready to do? And I said, well, nothing really. He said, we're going up to this buffet. You want to go eat with us? I was like, let me go get my kid. He's inside. I ran inside and I told my son, I was like, come on, let's go. He said, Dad, there's one more match. I said, we're going to go eat with him. And he was like, okay. We're in the main event. We're going. And then, it got to the point where, he would say hi to me before I said hi to him. And we were at a concert in Louisville, Kentucky. And my son he goes through the crowd and it was his first mosh pit and he was crowd surfing. It was like a proud dad moment for me. Nice. And at one point he comes up to me, he says, Dad, Pondo's asking for you. I said, what? He's like, yeah, he was walking through the crowd and he yelled at my son and Dustin went over and talked to him. He was like, where's your dad? And he's like, he's up.
Where's your dad?
So my kid came and got me to take me back to talk to Kevin. It was cool.
Oh, that's super great.
It was one of those things where, in the locker room, I'd said to him, I said, you know what, it'd be an honor to have a match with you. And I said, it'd be an honor to lose to you. And he said, heck, I'll let you win. I don't care.
Aha.
It's like, nah, I can't do that.
Right. No, treat me right. Treat me fair.
Right. But, I just had a knee injury a couple months ago that's not healing. Every time I think it is about to stop hurting, just the slightest little tweak the wrong direction, the wrong step, and it'll just start hurting again. I don't think it's anything bad enough to need any major medical research, but
Well, casual reminder for our overseas guests: healthcare is not cheap.
Yeah, healthcare sucks here. I got wind of, speaking of healthcare, for those who don't know who Josh Gilson is, he is a LUG member, and he's also friend of the show, friend of the stream. He has, oh, there we go. Now it's all tight. Okay, good. He provided like lights and he did the graphics for the stream and stuff. Had a web company, but he had a heart attack a couple months ago and had to like cut back on everything. And his medical bills have come in and they are atrocious.
About right.
It's like, he's like, just guess how much it was. And I'm like, I'm not even going to guess. I was like, $150,000. And he's like, you're off by about $500,000. I'm like, you are kidding me. He's like, nope. Between all the like the ambulance rides, the nights spent in ICU, all the doctors, all the equipment, all the, and I was just like, that is ridiculous. And he's like, yeah, and because of the nature of what happened, I have to kind of cut back on, I can't, run my own company anymore. I have to stop doing that. So, no stress doing that, which means it's just, I was like, ugh. So they have some avenues that they're exploring to help with that, but it's the fact that they have to do that.
Yeah.
Is terrible. So I do not envy anybody with like crippling joint issues, knee issues, heart issues, anything like that. It's just terrible.
I'm right there with it. It's why, half of the reason I wear body armor for work is just, if I survive an altercation, I want to be in a condition where I can get myself to a hospital because I don't.
And you're working with money too, so I mean, you're like right out there.
No, if I survive an altercation, like I want to be able to be in a condition where I can get myself to a hospital, as opposed to having to pay for the hospital ride because I don't want to survive and then have to deal with all of the costs of just an ambulance.
Right.
It's crazy.
I think, was that supposed to be a different piece? I think they gave me a wrong piece. That's cool.
It happens.
Or I've been shorted a piece, one of the two. Which never happens. But instead of looking for it, I'm just going to go, oh, no, there it is. Okay, cool.
I was going to say, I thought I was shorted a piece once, and then after I contacted customer support and they sent me out the proper piece, in the rebuild, I realized I put the piece in the wrong spot.
You're like,
well, at least they were cool about it. So
it is, Michaela. It's always stuck in the bag.
Yep.
Always stuck in the bag. Did I?
Well,
yeah, I think I'm wrapping up this bag and then I may call it.
I'm going to call it. I had a 12-hour shift today, so I'm about ready to hit the hay.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm going to go hang out with the ladies and drink a little bit.
I'll
In that order?
find something to keep myself busy.
No, I'm just going to carry a beer out there and say, hey, ladies, what's happening?
Hey.
I'm married to one of you. You guys pick which one. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That was a terrible thing to say. I apologize.
What is this, Utah?
To the other, hey, big love. What's going on? Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was fun.
Oh, thanks for having me,
us, man.
Cody,
And
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Likewise.
hope everybody had a good time. And when I'm not doing like design stuff, I should totally just do this and hang out and stuff.
Sure.
So I'll let everybody know, and we'll pick a time, whatever.
Good, man. Be around.
Cool, everybody. Talk to you later.
See you, buddy.
Thanks.
Cheers.